I love this truck. It's been in every video that I've made. And in 2019, I bought it brand new. It's a 3rd gen TRD Sport Toyota Tacoma. Over the last 7-8 years, I've built this thing out, learned a ton about mods and gear, what stuff is absolutely worth it and what stuff is absolutely not. And, you know, there's a season for everything. And I think that it's time for a change. So I'm packaging all that information and experience, the good and the bad, together and building something totally new. I'm Caleb with Baker Overland, and this is the new truck. Before I get started, I want to take a brief moment and tell you about the sponsor of this video, and it's a company called Hims. I know because of my analytics, the vast majority of my viewers are men, and this is really for you men, especially you married men. Hims exists to make your sex life better. That's what they do. The process is 100% online. There's no insurance required. When you hit 40 and you're married, you just don't have the same vitality that you had when you were in your 20s. Your testosterone drops, everything just kind of shifts. And that's where a company like this really makes sense, in my opinion, especially if you're trying to be a good husband, you're trying to be available to your wife, you're trying to keep that intimacy alive. 78% of people say that sex happens more frequently when they use this product. And over 90% of people are satisfied with their experience with this company. So I think what they're doing is cool. It's funny talking about sex, but you're a bunch of dudes that are having sex, that are getting older, and it's getting harder. Not pun intended. So if you are interested in this product, I put a QR code on the screen. Go check them out, see if they're a good fit for you. Okay, I want to preface this by telling you guys, this is not going to be a typical Baker Overland style adventure video. It's story driven. We are literally just talking about trucks. Normally, I don't dig into gear like this. I consider truck, it's a tool, it's part of my gear. But the reason I wanted to make this is kind of a big deal. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you've seen this truck in everything, and soon you're gonna see this truck in everything. So I felt like I needed to explain why I'm switching. So if this video is for you, hang out, and if it's not, go find something else in the catalog. There's lots of good content out there for you to check out. This is a 2026 Toyota Tacoma Trailhunter, and it's an incredible truck. Ever since they announced it back several years ago, I've kind of been following the platform, seeing what guys that have adopted this truck at this trim level have kind of done to it, what it's done well, where it's needed improvement. One of my buddies, Tyler from Independence Overland, he built out a Trailhunter, an incredible truck. And so I've just kind of been waiting, letting the guinea pigs get through the test phase before I pulled the trigger. And I feel like now is the right time. Why I chose this particular truck, it's really simple. Fully factory, fully stock. This truck has essentially 20K in mods that I did to this truck. You know, it's got an off-road suspension. They partnered with ARB. I think it's an Old Man Emu. It's got steel skids on it, so you've got good protection. It's got a snorkel. It's got onboard air, so that's freaking awesome. It's got all the cool modern like off-road stuff like crawl control and the various terrain modes. You know, locking diffs, stuff that even this truck doesn't have. I don't really know where I land on that, if I think it's essential or not. We're gonna find out, but it's nice that it's just built in like that. They did a bunch of cool little details on this truck. It essentially has a factory switch pro. They've got a wire harness pre-built under the hood for you just to tap into. It's already wired to auxiliary switches that are up on the dash. Little details like that for guys like me who wanna build this thing out, that's super cool. It's got 33-inch tires, which is the exact same that I've got on my truck. I've never been a huge tire guy. I feel like that stresses out your drivetrain a lot. And for me, 33 is gonna get me anywhere I wanna go. We'll see what happens. The fact that this comes with 33 stock makes me wanna go to a 35. And knowing that I can do that without doing any cutting, no cab mount relocation, no chopping, none of that stuff. It's literally just move a couple bolts to take some kick plates off behind the tires. That's cool. So we'll probably end up with 35s on this. but I'm not gonna build a big, massive truck. It's confusing to me why they did an 18-inch wheel. They look good on pavement. That's probably why they did it. But for guys that do any sort of this kind of stuff, you know, you wanna get as much of that tire beef in your wheel well as possible and get the actual wheel down. You can get more surface area, more protection. I know I can drop this down to a 17. I believe that's what I've got on the 3rd gen. So I'll probably do that. And that'll be basically out the gate what I'm planning on doing, wheels and tires. And then this truck is ready to roll. It doesn't have a lot of the extra stuff that I built on mine, like obviously the bed rack and tent, the creature comforts, your fridge. I'm partnering with a few brands to build that out to make it make more sense for what I want to do with it. So obviously I'll still be doing solar. I'll still have an aux battery in that. And I'm talking to a few brands in the space for what I'm going to do on the back. I don't want to give too much information about that yet because it's still not finalized. But the main thing that I learned from the 3rd gen that I want to put into the build on this 4th gen is not to build a truck that's so heavy. This truck is really, really heavy. And it's so easy to do when you get started in this. It's so easy to put every single piece of gear that you can possibly think of on that. And I've kind of gone through a process of whittling that down to the main things that I'm actually going to use in terms of like what's in my drawers. And but the main thing where this is dealing with a lot of weight is in the rear end. So I did an axle swap on it. It's got an old Tundra axle in it. It's a lot beefier, a lot stronger. And I did that full coastal off-road steel dual swing high clearance rear bumper. That teamed with the bed rack, the drawers, and the tent, it's a lot of weight. And this truck is a beast for the Ozarks. But what I've noticed is when I hit pavement and I'm doing like 14-hour stretches in a day going out west, that's where I feel like this starts to get sluggish. Like it was made for the dirt. It was not made for the pavement. The advantage with the Trailhunter is this truck is amazingly comfortable, even with all the stuff they've already got on it, on pavement. I think this is gonna be a better platform for me as the channel continues to grow and I start to kind of push out of the Ozark, Ouachita, Mark Twain National Forest and get further out in the country. I just want something that I'm not constantly wishing that I was trailering. This truck, it's got 95,000 miles on it. I'm the only owner. It's a great truck. It will easily get another 100,000 miles, maybe well beyond that. But it's a close range truck. It was built to do stuff near me, and I feel it on the pavement. Let's talk about towing for a second. This was really kind of the deciding factor for me on this truck. You know, I got 3 kids, my wife. When we all get out and go out, we bring the camper. And my camper is heavy. It's 3,800 dry. If you drive a 3rd gen or previous on the Toyota platform, you know that these trucks scream when they're towing if they're built. You put big tires on it, you just feel it. You lose the torque, you lose the power. On these iForce Max hybrid engines, what's cool is you get the benefit of the EV in terms of get up and go, that all your torque is run off the EV side of this engine. And then it switches to gas after that. So you don't have to re-gear these trucks. In this one, I went 529s, which is kind of a crazy gear ratio for a truck just running 33-inch tires. But it's because this truck loves that ratio when I tow. But going out west, a lot of time on the pavement, you see it in your RPMs. And the engine is working harder. It's just harder on the truck in general. With this one, you don't got to re-gear. You have all that power. And when it tows, it's got a couple different tow modes. It's rated for around 6,000 pounds. I think maybe a little north of that. But man, it doesn't feel like it's doing any work. So one thing I am going to be removing from the truck is this ARB half bed rack. I don't even know what this thing's called. It's cool looking for sure. I don't really know what purpose it serves other than, you know, you've got some molly panel attachment points and it looks cool, but it's going off. I'm gonna be replacing it with a bed rack or a cap, still working out those details. One other little detail I put in this truck that I think's awesome is these integrated lights in the bed. That was something that I did to my truck, built it in as a third-party deal, and the fact that it's integrated, you can turn them on and off, just one of those cool little touches. So in my truck, I put an aftermarket CarPlay unit, works great, but the fact that this is built in, has this big, massive display, That's super cool. When I bought this, I didn't even know this had adaptive cruise control. It's not just a traditional lane assist where it kind of notifies you if you're weaving a little bit. It'll actually take control of the steering wheel and completely drive the truck. I'm a sucker for knobs and buttons in a car. I like the tactile feel, and I just feel like it's easier to control while you're driving, but you do have the touch display when that makes sense. A killer interior, and I just like the way it looks, this kind of stone finish on everything and the leather. On the rear, we've got a metal ARB bumper with toe points. Great bumper. I'm not planning on changing that out anytime soon. We got rock sliders on the side. I mean, I'm telling you, 20K in upgrades, they've already built in. The snorkel is probably one of my favorite features. And I didn't know this, but when you get it, you gotta put the passenger window down when you're on the road. It's got acoustic glass, so it does a really great job of kind of blocking the sound out. But put that window down, hit the gas, listen to this thing, spit air, and then when you let off of it, the way it kind of kicks back, it just sounds so freaking cool. Literally no reason other than it sounding cool is why I love it so much. But that's an awesome feature. So I'm gonna start building this out. I got a few brands in mind that I've been chatting with, but if you're watching this and you wanna help partner in this build, reach out, let me know. info@starshinemedia.co, C-O, not .com. And we can talk. You know, like I said, I went into the first build, the 3rd gen, with a real specific thing that I wanted to put together. On this one, man, I'm open. The only rules are I want to keep it light and I want to keep it looking sleek and factory. I don't want to bolt a ton of stuff on this go around. So yeah, reach out if you want to partner on that. On the 3rd gen, what's happening with that? It pains me to say it, but I am going to be selling that eventually. I couldn't bring myself to do it, list it for sale right now. And plus, this is still going to be the truck that I'm camping in until I get this one built to where I feel good with it. But that one is for sale, 95,000 miles on it, incredible truck. It's got everything under the sun, red arc power system, dual battery, solar, all the stuff. And when I sell it, I'm gonna be selling it as one deal. I'm not partying it out. So if you're wanting a piece of it, don't reach out. It's gonna be one package deal. Don't have a price on that, don't have a timeline on it, but if you're interested in a great truck that I have a lot of memories with, that I'm probably gonna shed a tear over whenever I let go, yeah, reach out and we'll talk and see if we can figure something out. But this is the future of the channel. When I started this video, I said I normally don't do a lot of videos where I talk about gear and trucks and stuff. That's not really what Baker Overland is about, but I felt like I owed it to you on this one. And so that's what this one was. Appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned as we continue to build this thing out. And thank you to our members and sponsors for supporting the channel. You guys are part of the reason why I'm able to get this truck. And so I really appreciate it. And if you're interested in becoming a member, you can scan the QR code on screen or click the link in the description down below. That's all I got. More importantly, remember, the more you camp, the less deer the aliens abduct.